What's up, my crypto legends? Let's see this massive volatility that we are having to the downside. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic today. We're getting massive volatility. We had a wick to the upside and now we are having this big massive drop. Let's take a look right away at the Bitcoin price, at the S&P 500. Also, we're going to take a look at the DXY, guys. Make sure to destroy that like button on your way in. We actually broke down from this major level, this consolidation. I did get stopped out, of course, at that trade long position at 19K. Luckily, it was at break even. I did get stopped out early this morning, waiting to see the price action. Of course, we're having the interest rate decision and yeah, I mean, inflation rate, sorry. So this is why, you know, I wasn't going to re-enter a long position. Just wanted to wait to see what happens. Got a massive wick to the upside here. Then now we're dropping down at this moment. The S&P 500 is getting a massive hit right now. It did started pumping just a couple of hours ago. Now we're having that big, massive drop, as you can see here on the S&P 500. DXY is having an explosive move to the upside for the moment, and yeah, just massive volatility. I have taken a little bit of more profits from that short position that I do have open from the $19,375. Just, you know, with this movement to the downside, you know, taking profits from this short, of course. Why not? Because this volatility can actually get a massive big bounce. We're going to talk about those major levels. We got a major weekly level that just got, you know, it just broke through here very, very nicely, which is this one right over here at 18,800. This was broken just a few hours ago. Got a massive drop. Okay. Massive drop here on Bitcoin, going through that $18,800. So we got the volatility. We're going to our next major daily level that we've just touched here to the exact dollar. Let me just go quickly here to the daily chart and explain to you, that this daily level right over here is from all the way back from December of 2020. We touched it here, got a little bit of volatility. Now we've just tapped it to the exact dollar and getting that bounce here as we speak, just at $18,029 approximately. So, but by the looks of things, this is not looking absolutely great, guys. Not looking great. As we were talking about yesterday, you know, the possibility in getting a bounce from this level. Of course, you know, we're smashing out of this level right now as we speak with the interest rate decision. So let me know in the comment section. I did not check it out, but is it as expected? Is it at 8.2, 8.1? Let me know, guys, in the comment section, because it's not out here just yet. Is anybody in a short? Anybody in a long? I'm still riding that short. Got stopped out from that long position this morning at 19,000. Wasn't looking to re-enter a long because we have in the news right now. So yeah, didn't decide to long after that. After getting stopped out at break even from that position that I talked about on yesterday's live stream. Guys, we're 380 people right now watching. Make sure to destroy the like button on your way in and let's analyze the situation. Guys, is anybody in a short trade? Is anybody shorting? I didn't buy a Bitcoin this week, but I think it is time to buy right now as we're having this massive drop. I know a lot of people say, why don't you wait till 12K or 10K Bitcoin? You know, it's kind of guaranteed it's going down there. I just dollar cost average while we're going down, of course. Right. Right. Can you start before CPI data? Well, it did start having the volatility 2 minutes before. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You know, that possibility was to get that wick to the upside. So we got all of those early short positions, right, with high leverage, right? A lot of people are expecting that major drop with CPI data. despite whatever it is. So, you know, that was a possibility, and getting a massive wick to the upside, just like what happened before the news, and then the big massive drop. So you want to try and, you know, catch that massive wick. We talked about this scenario, you know, yesterday. You know, the FOMC minutes didn't have volatility. Obviously, they were talking about something that, you know, nothing new. But we were talking about the scenarios on, you know, for the last big news events, such as, you know, CPI and different news events from Federal Reserve. You know, what has been happening the last few times was wick to the upside and then a massive drop. Okay, this was mentioned on yesterday's live stream. Okay, not much more to expect. Of course, it could have been the other way around. There is more speculation that it will be to the downside, of course, because we're not doing great worldwide. So that was the speculation, right? Get a wick to the upside and then a massive big correction back down. And this is what basically is happening right now at this moment. We got the S&P 500 right now at 3,520 points. So, and the DXY is having an explosive move to the upside as we speak. The exact time is going to be too sharp to trade. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, you know, I'm not trading the news. I still had some trades open the last couple of days. I had a long position. It got exterminated at break even. So it didn't get exterminated. That trade position that we were talking about yesterday, this was already stopped out this morning when we had that drop. So I wasn't looking for any long positions for the moment. Just riding the short that from that same trade that we talked about a few days ago, right? So, you know, why not have a trade open? This is exactly at the 19,370, right? That was that re-entry after having this move down with volume, you know, testing the value area low range. You know, that was that I'm still riding that short here. Got into a long position at this level. Did not protect it here, got a wick, then protected it on yesterday's live stream, just got stopped out this morning at that $19,000 at break even. This is the thing, if I would have held that position still, you know, with my stop loss below this wick, of course, I would have lost money. I would have got exterminated, right? And just imagine people that are not putting stop losses and adding to their position, for example, you know, you're going to be, you know, very much underwater. So I'm playing the safe game. I'm hedging. So, you know, one gets stops out, I'll be riding the other one. Right now, I'm riding, you know, a small percentage still of this short position at 19,300. Obviously, taking profits down here, been taking the profits this morning also, and of course, taking profits, you know, from this major drop. So yeah, not much to add here. We're getting that massive volatility. We can go to the daily chart. So basically, we are kind of testing the June lows. June lows are getting tested at this moment. Pump and dump, says David. Yes, let's go. Let's scroll down below. Wrecked lol got caught holding the bag. Best education TA on YouTube, Pac-Man, thank you very much. 8.2, I can see it's 8.2 in the end. So yeah, it's less than expected. I think we were expecting 8.1, right? 8.1 was the was the idea, but it's 8.2. So a little bit less than expected. We should have brought it down to 8.1. So I mean, this is the thing. Even though it would have gone down to 7.9, I think, you know, that it would the market would still correct. Inflation at 40-year high. I got stopped out in that long 2 hours ago. Now I'm in a short. Absolutely phenomenal, David. We're playing the smart way, right? The smart way. Protect position, guys. No matter. You know, yesterday we were talking about that possibility of getting that bounce. I mean, I don't want to be right or wrong. I am here to make money. I'm not here to be right or wrong. I'm here to make money. So, I mean, this is the thing. that possibility was there to have that volatility. And, with the CPI news, it was better to play defensive trading. So if you were in a long position from any of these wicks, at 19,000 or below 19, and then going up to 19.1, 19.2 maximum, you want to defend your capital. And of course, if you are in any short positions, from wherever, protect them and ride them. Just ride them to the downside. And this is what I am doing with this part of the short position that I entered at 19,375. Right now, this is the thing, I don't want to trade this volatility at this moment, right? I've already got that short open. Would I trade a position right now? Well, definitely not long, as it's a falling knife on the S&P and also on Bitcoin, of course. It's a falling knife, and yeah, we don't. And of course, you don't want to short all the way down here, right? If you were shorting, right, the S&P, you want to short, at the high levels, and you can protect your position and ride a free trade at this moment. This is the thing. This is basically when we are looking for the news, when we are having a stream for the news. It's basically not for trading. It's just for fun, for the volatility. My trades are open from the last few days. I'm not doing any trading with the volatility here, Definitely not going to long because it's a falling knife, and definitely not going to short as it has. We are testing the lows basically from the June range, and also the September lows just right there. So, you could get a big relief rally and then continue to the downside. Not the best idea for trading at this moment. Long, Christian says long 125x. Hey, that is pretty aggressive. I've never traded at a 125x. I know it's on Binance, but not on Bybit. Bybit only supports 100x, but never traded at 125x, never. Your liquidation price must be stuck to your ass, right? Like, as they say, if you enter a trade at 125, where's your liquidation? Where is it? I never actually experienced this, with all of these years, never experienced 125x. Your liquidation price must be, $2 below your entry or something like that. Something ridiculous. So, yeah. 8.2 is more than expected. Is it more than expected? Okay, so yeah, obviously, because they were expecting 8.1 was what I understood. They were expecting 8.1 the last time when we were at 8.5, and it only went down to 8.3. So DCA is always a smart start, says Racing Pixel. Thank you, my man, for joining the live stream. I got Racing Pixel here, my moderator, always giving me insane support. Liquidation is 15k. Wow. Christian Schubler, you're in a... No, it's not. It's definitely not 15k liquidation at 125x. Yeah, definitely not at 15k. If you're at 125x, your liquidation must be $100. We can do the calculation right now, but it's got to be around about $100 or $200 below your entry point or above your entry point. Where do you see the market in the next coming days, says Khalid? Well, we need a cool off right now. I mean, it is true that the S&P 500 has broken a major level, okay? It's had a big breakout right now as we're speaking. Take a look at the S&P 500 breaking a major zone where we were getting supported yesterday. So if we take a look at the VPVR, there's hardly any volume where we're trading at this moment. We could easily trade all the way down to 3,400 points is our next big major support on the S&P 500. We could get small consolidations here, but overall continuation at least to 3,400 points, in the next couple of days, today, tomorrow, Friday. It's likely to go down to 3,400. There's a big gap on the VPVR there with hardly any volume. This is looking at the last 2 years, right? And, there's a huge gap on volume. Next big spike is at 3,400. We're just breaking this zone here from these resistance zones turning into support. It's breaking that right now as we speak. So I would expect lower unless there's a miracle at this moment. because there's always the daily chart where you can see wicks everywhere, right? There's a big massive wick rejection right there. Will this turn into a wick by the end of the day? Who knows? I mean, this is the most important thing. If this candlestick closes like this on the daily, there's no doubt that we are going down to 3,400. There could be a miracle right now and have a big massive pump out of nowhere. But if we close the daily candle, well below the 3,600 points, then of course, it's just almost guaranteed that you are going to see that leg down. So we either continue to the downside here on the S&P 500, or we do get that relief rally by tomorrow and continue down. But I do see it very, very hard in the next few days. By next week, if we do close the candlestick like this on the daily, well below this major support range, continuation to the downside is almost inevitable. So yeah, not looking great, guys. Christian Schilber, last all-time high 17.5. Oh yeah, that is also, all depending on cross trading or isolated trading. I can see, Gaurav is saying they do cross margin, which is basically your liquidation is your wallet, whatever you have on your wallet. This is how PrimeXBT works. PrimeXBT doesn't use isolated trading. It is all margin trading, meaning that your liquidation price basically is whatever you have in your wallet. If your positions go below what you have on your wallet, you're basically going to get liquidated. All your positions will be closed. So this is very, very true. There's a lot of traders out there that they like to show and their pictures of 200, 500, 2,000% gains, and this is what you want to see. You want to see the cash, the percentage of your capital. Because you can, like you said, you can trade with $10 and have $100 in your wallet, and you can still have, you can be at minus, 20,000% on your trade. If you're just using a couple of dollars and you have $500 in your account in your wallet, I've seen this before, and this is it's absolutely crap. All of that. Isolated only for me. Yeah, me too. I mean, I do like margin trading. It's okay. PrimeXBT is the only one that uses, margin trading, when you trade in crypto. We've got Fairmex, we've got Bybit, we've got, all these different exchanges that they do have isolated and margin. PrimeXBT only has margin trading. But, I mean, this is the thing. You could still have good risk management with margin trading. But yeah, Bybit basically is the place to go for me for crypto. I also use isolated. I prefer isolated trading. Safest 2x longs on alts and 3x longs on BTC you could hope for. What do you think? Right, Jerome. Jerome. Safest 2x longs on alts and 3x longs on BTC. If you're using a 2-3x long, I mean, this is the thing right now. It's just we're such at a critical range. The capitulation right now on Bitcoin is very, very real. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, we can, we're not going to take a look at trades today, guys, right now at this moment, because we are at a very, very delicate moment with the, CPI data. We're just also at the support here from September, the lows at 18.1. We just tested the exact low. Can we bounce? Can we break through? This is the thing right now with the news. It's better not to find trading opportunities. Best trading opportunities were the last few days. I'm still in that short position from that trade scenario that we talked on the 10th of October, must have been, on that live stream. So yeah, I just want to show you guys that, like I have explained, and for anybody that's new on the stream right now at this moment, hey, destroy that like button. Got over 800 people watching the live stream, 151 likes. We can do better than that, guys. And make sure to smash that like button if you enjoy the stream, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, because we do TA every single day on Bitcoin, finding those trading opportunities. Of course, on the CPI news, I'm not interested in trading or scalping at this moment. It's a little bit too volatile. Just want to show you here on the 3-day chart, for example, you know, how we are at a critical range now on Bitcoin. Basically, the all-time high, you know, we can go to the weekly, all-time high weekly level, all-time high, you know, range is holding by a thread. You can see the price is exactly still right there at this level. You know, we have been reacting at this level as support for the last 4 months approximately. So, you know, it's on the verge of a potential capitulation, and it's going to be a pretty powerful one. Once we see that capitulation down, I think that is going to be the last major big move to the downside. You know, and a lot of people question, where can that low be? Well, of course, that low, I've been talking about this for ages right now. If we were to break successfully here, this, you know, 18K range where we're getting that volatility and holding by a thread, you know, for the last few months, that level that we could break down to is $12,000. And, you know, the reason why it's likely to get supported at this range, you could, you know, slightly dip below 12, get it to 11. But that would be my ultimate low level on Bitcoin. You know, I would be very heavily accumulating at those levels. I will be aggressively, you know, buying BTC at those levels. And one of the main reasons why is because the huge amount of accumulation, you know, that there has been in this range. I don't think any people that have been buying Bitcoin, you know, for the last 4 or 5 years are not going to sell at 12K, right? This will be a massive big buying opportunity level if we do get down there. And we can just check the VPVR at those levels, like you know, I've been explaining the last couple of months, that the amount of volume that people have been buying at, you know, in between 5,000 and 12,000 is absolutely crazy. You know, this has been an entire accumulation bear market range from the last cycle. It's very improbable that people, you know, I mean, it would have to get really bad worldwide, and I'm not saying it can't, you know, we're probably entering a big, massive recession. You know, we're already basically in it, and it's going to get worse during the next coming months. But it's, you know, people will start realizing with time, you know, that you know, the dollar also will collapse at some point after having the massive pumps that it's having. It will peak out at some point, and Bitcoin will bottom out. And, you know, my best guess here would be around about 10-12K range, as we do have a massive accumulation. You know, whoever's bought Bitcoin the last 5 years since 2017, you know, mid 2017, sorry, you know, when we were starting to trade already at $5,000, unlikely that people are going to sell at 12K. It's going to be a massive accumulation zone, and you can see it with the volume. So yeah, if it does lose this range of 18,000, you know, we're basically just there at the all-time high, and it looks like we are creating aggressive lower highs. If we do go to the daily, you know, no doubt, you know, in my mind, you know, this is it's pretty nasty, right? It is looking like a aggressive descending triangle scenario at this moment, looking at the daily chart, right, where you are getting that massive selling pressure here at the lower highs, and just testing the support from the all-time high of 2017. You know, this is just at the verge of a massive capitulation event. It's just on the verge of a massive breakdown. So yeah, Not much to say right there. You know, with the volume profile, this is pretty impressive how the $12,000 level is basically the level. That is the level where, you know, BTC might hit that level and you either get a massive bounce or a small consolidation here, which is just going to take a couple of weeks, having a small recovery and then start recovering heavily, in my opinion. That would be the ultimate low range. Yeah, this is at the bear market highs, basically. Bear market highs of 2018, 2019, 2020. Those entire 3 years, Bitcoin, you know, arrived at that 12, 13K as a major resistance zone, and it had a massive accumulation area. So that would be, you know, the all-time high hasn't left any type of big volume. This is just massive hype to the upside and to the downside. Check out price action from 12K all the way up to 19,000. How fast we went up there. This only took about a week, about 2 weeks approximately, going from 12K to 19K, right? Where we've got that volatility and consolidation. This is why it's holding right now at the moment. You know, the decision is going to be now in the next coming days. We're basically running out of room right now. It's running out of room. It's just gonna, the big move is gonna happen in days potentially, as we are getting tighter and tighter with the lower highs. It's just getting tighter and tighter, testing the all-time high of 2017. You know, having that volatility dipping below 18K. Will it hold? Will it not? You know, by looking at this scenario, you can see that the pressure is there, and the main reason why we're holding this range is because it's the last volume level, right? It's the last level of decent volume. Well, compared to the volume that we had in the last bear market, there's nothing to do with that volume. But as you can see, we're at the value area low. You know, from the trading range the last, you know, several months. This is just about to get that breakdown. It's getting tighter and tighter. So we could be days away, you know, I would say a week at the most, to have that decision moment of either creating a swing failure, you know, at the 17.5, which is the ultimate low position from June. You know, we could still hit that level and get a wick and get saved. But if we start, you know, having a massive, you know, daily closes below this range in the next coming days, wow. I mean, that the drop could be in just a few days all the way down to that 12K range. Yeah, it's absolutely a critical zone. Uniswap is pumping. Hey, let's take a look at Uniswap. Let's take a look at some altcoins. Why not? Uniswap is pumping. What's going on with Uniswap? Whoop, it's had a pretty decent pump right now at the moment as we speak. BTC still at 18.3, 18.4. Uniswap. Let's take a look at Uniswap. Zoom out a little bit. Well, Uniswap broke this uptrend right there. What can we see here on Uniswap? It has respected levels pretty nicely. If we do extend this box, we're just going to get this trend line. You know, these boxes right there. You know, from a major resistance zone, there was like kind of an inverted head and shoulder right there. And also the lows here also got pretty nice, been respected nicely as support right over there. Got the rejection here at the resistance, had a consolidation. If it does get back here nicely above the $6 range, you know, it's potentially going to have another move up. But big resistance at $6 on Uniswap. It's just getting a kind of a relief rally. You know, it's hitting big resistance zone, massively in a downtrend. So the probabilities is that it's actually going to get rejected here for a little bit more continuation to the downside. Not much to add here on this on Uniswap. Let me take a look at the VPVR here, zoom out. Yeah, we did create a pretty nice spike on the VPVR right there. You know, that's probably one of the main reasons we did get that bounce here just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, if it does break below this range, yeah, it's going to be looking pretty interesting for Uniswap. We're likely going to come down to retest the lows of June at the $3.50 range if it does break below $5.30. If it does have that successful breakdown here, oh, it's just you know, kind of inevitable that it will drop down all the way to the June lows, as there's a, you know, big gap in volume. No big major resistance or support. Price action has been relatively fast in between $3.40 and $5. I would pay attention on Uniswap if it breaks below the $5.20. There's not much support, you know, and not too much volume. If it breaks below $5.25, this range successfully, a nice 4-hourly candle, and it, you know, any consolidation, any relief rally is just going to be a lower high for a potential shorting opportunity. I'm actually going to put an alert here below $5.20 just to see what kind of breakout it does have if it were to break down. You know the deal. Uniswap can be traded on Bybit, guys. Remember, you know, the platforms that I use is Bybit and PrimeXBT. They're the ones that I only trade. You know, the only platforms that I use. And of course, you know, you do have very nice bonuses down below. If you want to claim them, you just need to sign up. It takes less than 2 minutes. On Bybit, it's $4,380 worth of bonus that can be claimed at the rewards hub, and it's $7,000 on PrimeXBT. You basically get 7% added to your deposit with Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code. You get 7% added to your deposit. You deposit $10,000, you get $700 on top of your deposit, okay? PrimeXBT, you have stock market, S&P 500, Dow Jones. They have gold, oil, natural gas. I have both tutorials of Bybit and PrimeXBT down below to learn how to use margin trading on PrimeXBT. A lot of questions on margin trading and isolated the difference. I explained the difference on the PrimeXBT tutorial if you want to check it out. Of course, I do get a small commission, but you get the best bonus available. I got Pac-Man here. Let's take a look. Let's go through the comment section right away. I got Pac-Man. I'm going to go right away through Nia Protocol. Just let me go through the comment section right away. Hey, my man, Vavik saying you are still on the right side of the thumbnail. Yeah, you're very true, very true. I'm always there. If we break 17,600, we are going into a multi-year bear market. The fib level is broken and there is no bottom. As much as I like cheap BTC, we will be in a world of trouble if we break 17,600. So yeah, basically that is the June low level, right? It is basically the June low. And yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It's going to be pretty aggressive. ICU 17.6, you know, is the June low basically. If the June low is broken, yeah, we're basically holding the last level of hope, right? This is the last level of hope for those extreme bulls, moon boys. You know, I am a moon boy, but I also want to be realistic. You know, if we lose this level, yeah, we are going down. We're going down aggressively. I'm not sure if it's going to be a multi-yearly bear market. It's probably going to be multi-year, you know, boring action with, you know, relief pumps. But I do think that eventually that 12K range is going to be an insane level of support, right? As like I just explained before with the volume profile. It's just there's been such a massive large accumulation in the bear market from last cycle that, you know, to go below $11,000, you know, we would have to get all of those people that have been invested in Bitcoin for the last 5 years to sell all of their Bitcoin, right? And at those levels. So it's something that it's not going to be, it's going to be very, you know, the world will have to be in a very, very messy situation for that to happen, in my personal opinion. But you know the deal, you know, blood in the streets. I will buy. I got a bag of USDT. You know, it's a pretty decent one for me. If it does go down there, you know, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to save a big bag of stable coins because, you know, who knows? You know, this might come into fruition as everybody's extremely bearish, you know, this and that. The dollar will go to, you know, extreme all-time high levels from, you know, the 1980s where it was at 170. You know, massive interest rate hikes. You know, are we going to go to 6-7%? It's going to be, you know, what if we do go down to 12K? So I just thought, you know, I would be very happy to buy a few Bitcoin at those levels, no doubt in my mind. You know, the most important for me for the future, looking at Bitcoin, is how many Bitcoin can I accumulate, right? How many Bitcoin can I accumulate, despite what the price is? How many can I have in my wallet? That's what I always, you know, I remember back in 2018 saying, you know, I need to reach 1 Bitcoin, you know, I need to have 1 Bitcoin at least in my wallet. And, you know, at the time I could only invest, you know, $2, maybe $3, maybe $500 a month, not much. So my idea was to get 1 Bitcoin. Then you know, you reach that Bitcoin and said, wow, I got 1 Bitcoin. And then you think, hey, I want 2 now. I want 2. So, you know, and this is the thing, that is the game plan, right? You know, you have 1, you have 2, and then you think to yourself, hey, I want to get to 10, I want to get to 20. You want to, you know, the plan is to have, how many Bitcoin can you accumulate despite the price? So yeah, going down is it's pretty much, you know, I've got a bag of stable coins, you know, and I'll be very, very happy to see Bitcoin at 12K. Can you put a short live for S&P? Why would I do that now? I haven't been trading much right now on PrimeXBT. I've been focusing more on Bitcoin. Been doing more trades on Bybit. But yeah, can you place a short live on S&P? I mean, if you want, I could do one with a very small amount. But, you know, we're basically shorting the bottom. The short would have been ideal a couple of hours ago, right? So yeah, I'm definitely not going to short live here at the extreme bottom from this candle. That would not be a good idea. What happened to the trading tutorial? What trading tutorial, Khalid? Are they down below, right? The trading tutorials down below. Do they not load? Mocha, hello, how are you doing? Let's take a look at Nia for Pac-Man. Sorry, Pac-Man. Oh, I could see your super chat right there. Seb, thank you for joining. Also, Racing Pixel, you guys rock. Thank you very much for the insane support. Let's take a look at Nia Protocol right away, okay? Let's take a look at Nia. Sorry, Pac-Man. I mean, if you give me a super chat, of course, there's priority on your comment, okay? Wow, this one got a pretty aggressive hit. Let's zoom out here on Nia Protocol. Yeah, basically we're just rolling down to test the lows from June. We had an aggressive breakout from here from you know, September, and we just go through here and take a look at the VPVR and zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, all of the support levels are getting such a very, very poor consolidation and a very, very poor bounce. You know, if I do take a look at the most important support levels here on Nia Protocol, there was one right there at $7.40. You know, they acted as resistance as soon as we had that move down, as you can see right there. So you bounce back up and had resistance. We had a little bit of volatility at that range. But once we had that, you know, confirmed move down, we acted at resistance. You know, next big major one is this one right over here. That did get a consolidation. It did get a consolidation, but it broke straight back down. So we're basically at the June lows. And now is the next big question, you know. Will this be the big double bottom range, you know, such for Nia Protocol and a lot of many altcoins that are testing the June lows? Will this be the double bottom? Because it's the only hope that there is right now for those macro bulls, as we are, you know, if not, you know, Nia Protocol is doing pretty well against other altcoins, as it still is above the summer lows of 2021. You know, Bitcoin is well below the summer lows of 2021, which was at 29K. You know, it's $10,000 below the summer lows. Nia Protocol is above the summer lows of 2021. So, I mean, it does look like that we are potentially, you know, going to break down from that range and test the summer lows, which would be around about the $1.80 range. Yeah, if it does have a successful breakdown, I would be looking for those quick little retracements to get into a short, right? You wanna play the smart way here, if you want to trade this, because you need to think to yourself, you know, a double bottom is possible. Where could I trade if I want to have a successful trade? Because you know, this could double bottom, or it could break down. Well, I would wait for the breakdown. I'm also going to put an alert here on Nia Protocol, just to see if we do break down successfully, and I will be very much waiting patiently to see how we're going to break down, or are we going to create a swing failure for a double bottom? Because if it wicks down below here and we do not have much selling pressure, you know, this could get a big massive bounce. Only if we do close daily 4 hourly candles well below the range, and any type of retracement here on Nia Protocol will be a good shorting opportunity. Only if we do get that strong daily candle with very large volume, right? I want to see a volume candle like this, or very, very similar to this, you know, at least something like this right over here, bang, breaking below the $2.70, you know, the lows here created in June. To enter any relief rally for that continuation. It's looking better. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. It's looking bad, guys. S&P getting absolutely destroyed. Having a little bit of a reaction at this range, a little bit of a consolidation. And Bitcoin is just not looking great. It's not looking great, guys. Not looking good. I'm going to leave this short open. I will leave, you know, it's not even 15% of the short. But anyway, if it does go down to below 17.5k, you know, it's why not? You know, the stop loss was nothing. Stop loss was nothing right there. Yeah, you can check that video from the 10th of October, if I'm not mistaken. The short position is exactly this one. I remember, just like if it was yesterday, it was 3 days ago. Right there, I'm still in that short position. Stop loss, I've almost got stopped out. At this range. I don't know why I've got these boxes here at the moment. Just gonna get these boxes out of the way. I think it was because of the explanation of yesterday being in the range. But, you know, that was the I'm still in that short. And the risk to reward is definitely paying off right now. You know, risk to reward is absolutely insane. Because I almost got stopped out from this position. Which was this trading range. Right there. We had a pretty aggressive breakdown from the value area low range, or, you know, from the 7th to the 10th. Big, you know, well, big. It was all right volume. We had some decent volume to the downside. Not huge, but it was a pretty nasty move with some decent volume. All volume was red, so going with the trend here was the smartest thing. And, you know, we talked about this potential rejection at the 19,370 range, and that's where I entered the trade, and tight stop loss here above this consolidation level. And, you know, we did almost hit it. Still continuing that trade here to the downside. You know, that risk to reward on this trade now is absolutely huge. Of course, I've been taking profits so that it's less position, but yeah, I mean, you know, the risk to reward is, even though whatever you hold, if it's, you know, 40%, 30%, that risk to reward on that trade right now is, you know, is paying off big time. You know, stop loss was below the consolidation level. So big massive trade right there. Long position, like I showed on yesterday's live stream, from the swing failure, from the consolidation range. You know, this also was a relatively tight stop loss. I got my stop loss at break even though, like I showed yesterday. But entry here at 19k, you know, stop loss below the wick. As soon as we were having, you know, this price action to the upside, place your stop loss at break even. I got stopped out this morning from that long trade. If stop loss still would have been here, yeah, I would have got stopped out, lost money on that. Good thing, even though we do think that we're probably going to get that bounce. You know, I didn't lose money, even though I thought we were potentially going to hold the range. And this is the most important thing, right? It doesn't matter. I don't want to be right or wrong. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to be right or wrong. I'm here to make money and protect my money, of course, as well. So, can you look at XRP, Luan? Absolutely. Hey, Andy, please take a look at Lunar Classic. Thanks. Okay, so Lunar Classic and XRP. 1 hour swing failure on the DXY. Hey, bring it on. DXY, not going to lie, it is hitting resistance zones. Let's take a look at DXY just 1 second. Yeah, whew. Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, we could have a couple of wicks here. We could have a couple of wicks on the DXY here. But yeah, it's still looking pretty aggressive, huh? Still looking pretty aggressive, DXY. Woo. Looking pretty aggressive. I mean, S&P 500 getting absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. I mean, next stop for me is 3,400 points on the S&P. Likely to go all the way down there. Ethereum also losing levels. This was a total disappointment. You know, I was in some swing trade, also got stopped out at break even. Of course, with this massive drop, you know, I'm not interested in trading at this moment. If you did not short, you know, yesterday's scenario on Ethereum, I will take a look at these altcoins right now. Are we going to 17k? Yeah, we potentially are going down to 17.5k, 17.6k, because it's the June lows. Yeah, June lows looks like we are on our way to retest them. But yeah, we were talking about yesterday, you know, this scenario over here, right, on Ethereum, where you could have speculated on that short position, as this was a, you know, 5-touch symmetrical triangle, right, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you break on the 6. You know, it broke down, and this higher low support trend line acted as resistance. And we did talk about this. If anything, this would have been a short level. It was a little bit risky as you were kind of forming a small double bottom, but that resistance zone was getting tested. So when you're pumping like this, of course at a low range you're looking for a long. At a resistance zone you're looking for a short. We were saying yesterday on the live stream, we are hitting that higher low resistance trend line. It did break out with some volume. I mean, it wasn't huge, but it was bigger than average. So you got that breakout out of the zone, out of the higher low zone, and you basically retracing and getting rejection here at 1,300. Yeah, big massive drop right now. We can expect lower on Ethereum, of course. Bitcoin, Ethereum are going to follow likely. The S&P 500, projected move here is pretty insane. Could be coming down to the lows here from June, basically 1,100 and $1,000. I see 1,100 projected move. Very likely to be tested. We're having some pretty nice volume on Ethereum. So lower is likely, as the S&P 500 also has continuation to the downside. I do see 3,400 points being claimed on the S&P. Like I said, it's where we start to have some pretty decent volume. The 3,400 points is the highs that we created before the C19 crash. So yeah. This level will likely get some kind of reaction, some kind of a bounce. 3,400 points. We're 100 points away from that level, so it's going to be a high percentage drop, and the Bitcoin and Ethereum will get affected from it. They will get affected from it. Let's take a look at XRP. Okay, I got super chats here still. Bought yesterday. Bought yesterday, down today. What's your advice? Hey Boyd, so you bought Bitcoin, new to the market, so not sure what to do. It all depends. Are you in a long trade, or I would assume that you bought for holding? You bought Bitcoin for hodling. Yeah, I am buying. I have been buying at 20k levels. I'm buying below 20k. I'm going to be happy enough to buy, again this week. Luckily I didn't buy on Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to get better prices at this price, sorry. And yeah, I'm happy to buy at these levels. Is 17k coming? Is 15k Bitcoin coming? Well, by the looks of things, it is potentially very likely it might come, with the current market situation. So you might think, should I wait and buy that down there? Well, I'm going to use the same strategy I used back in the last cycle, and that is dollar cost average, no matter what. So I'm buying every week. Will I feel bad if Bitcoin goes down to 12k? Because I would have thought all of those, all of those Bitcoin that I did buy, at 18k, at 20k, at 25k, I could have bought it down at 13k. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll still be accumulating. I'll be happy to accumulate at those levels. So dollar cost average is, it worked out really well for me back in 2018, 2019, 2020. So it was many years. So I'm just waiting for those years to happen again, to repeat. Will it be 2? Will it be 4? Will it be 6? I don't know. Was this bear market going to be more aggressive? This is the thing that everybody's talking about. This is going to be different. Bitcoin has never been in a big recession. It was born in the recession of 2008, and this is a recession that's going to be much worse than 2008. So yeah, expect 10k and 5k and 3k Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know about 3k or 5k, but yeah, definitely would expect 10k with the market situation and recession. Let's take a look at XRP. So So yeah, I'm not going to give you any advice, of course. There's no advice given in this channel, but I'm going to tell you that I am buying every single week. I am dollar cost averaging. So yeah, can we go lower? Absolutely. We are likely to go lower. So I'm going to buy lower then. Well, yeah, you can do whatever you want. I dollar cost average, as it has been a very successful strategy that I used back on the last cycle, and I'm going to repeat it this time. Pac-Man, you're very welcome, my man. Thank you for joining the live stream. Looking fantastic. Nomad Man, Beats, you're looking absolutely great too, despite I can't see you. Hi Andy, do you have any open position? Yes, there's only one position I do have open, which is the Bitcoin short from the 10th of October. This is, it was shorted live on the live stream, if I'm not mistaken. I think we did enter that short position live. We can check. I mean, we can check it on. Yeah, I mean, let's go and find out. Let's go and find out that position from the 10th of October. 10th of October. Which was. What day is it today? Yeah, there it is. It's this one. I think I did enter that trade live. Let me just. Too much time on it. I mean, I can't find it right now at this moment, but yeah, it must have been here, right? I remember it was on the 10th, and it was mentioned on that live stream. Trying to find that trading scenario. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was on the 10th, so it's either this one or this one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, basically it was it. Yeah, here it is. Breaking the lows here of 19,350. Breaking that rally area low with a pretty aggressive move down. Still riding a small percentage of that short position, basically. Yeah, the long position got stopped out at break even from yesterday. We talked about that yesterday, looking for that swing failure, looking for this daily level to potentially hold. When we were trading here at 19.1, 19.2 almost, position was at break even and got stopped out this morning with this leg down. So yeah, I mean, this is the most important thing, When I got stopped out at break even, I'm going to think, I just waited. The plan is to wait. The plan is to wait to see, are we going to create another swing failure pattern scenario? Are we going to create some wicks and consolidate? Then I'll probably re-enter, as there will be, bearish exhaustion. Of course, it wasn't my plan as the CPI data was coming out. We had big news, and yeah, why risk a trade? And we at support. You could jump into a short. You could jump into a short directly. Yeah, but that's not my style of trading. Let's short because CPI is coming out and the market will likely dump. Yeah, I like to trade technicals, not the news. So I'm just riding that short position from the 10th of October. That's the only position I have open. Long position got stopped out at break even at 19k. So have some pumpy action on like, guys. Yeah, I mean, the like button is, very much in a bear market. The like button is extremely in a bear market. So make sure to destroy that like button, guys. We over 800 people watching at this moment. So yeah, smash up the like button. My target is the weekly low. Weekly low. Weekly low from, so I guess it's, you know, the lows from June, which is at 17 point, just below 17.6. You know, we still could retest that level. I remember back here in the summer of 2021, it was pretty crazy. All of these wicks, you know, people were getting extremely bearish at the lows. You know, like it's gonna break down. That's it. It's breaking down. It's breaking down. We had a huge, massive rally, but yeah, I mean, this time is different, no doubt that this time is different, and we are potentially not gonna have a bounce here at this level. Let's go through the comment section right away. Scotty, thanks for joining the live stream. Came to smash that like button. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's I'm bullish on the fact we're getting love from Italy. I cannot read this out. I can't read this out loud. Sorry about that. But yeah, basically you can read that comment section from DDDD83. And yes, we are. Yes, we are. Hey, if you are in any short positions and you have been protecting your long positions, such as I have been doing, you're not doing bad. You're not doing bad. Of course, my portfolio is getting destroyed, no doubt. But portfolio is one thing, you know. This is like buying a house, you know. It's like, you know, you're not going to make, you can rent it and that, but, you know, it's there, basically. It's there till you don't sell it. You're not going to feel the money, right? So portfolio is getting destroyed, but portfolio, you know, I've seen my portfolio go up, you know, multiple X's, and now it's down multiple X's. So it's just there, basically. I don't live out of my portfolio. Portfolio is getting wrecked. But we're just gonna have to wait a few years on the portfolio. Now I'm focusing more on trading, of course, and trying to make as much, you know, stable coins and accumulate at these levels for the next coming years. So yeah, you know the deal. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Today is a little bit difficult, of course, because we do have, you know, the news. We're getting at, you know, S&P 500 is getting destroyed. We'll probably just continue to the downside. Would I recommend selling at these levels? No, of course not. You know, we could get a massive relief rally, short squeeze. We're always at the risk of this. You know, if you did short, you know, at the 18.8, 19K levels, then yeah, absolutely phenomenal. You know, absolutely brilliant. You know the deal. The platform that I use is Bybit. It's the one that I trade with almost every single day. You guys know this, old subscribers here on the channel. It's the platform that I use. You know, we look for those trading opportunities. The latest ones were the longs from the low levels here, you know, getting at those wicks, getting inside those wicks here, and of course, you know, finally getting stopped out with a move down. I was hedging this short position. Right now, still in that short position, you know, riding the short. Defensive trading, guys. Defensive trading. Get stopped out at break even is the best thing you could do, and getting stopped out with a small loss also, but at break even is magic. Hi, watching from the Philippines, Ramil, thanks for joining. If it's going to drop, I'm totally effed, says Jens. Well, why? Are you in a long position? You know, longing right now is a little bit risky, okay? Let's wait for that. Wait a little bit for the consolidation. Lows are likely to be tested here at 18K, okay? Stay cautious. We usually like to test the lows, always. You know, if we do get any big relief rally, I would be looking for shorts. Yeah, if it drops more, you're effed. Yeah, this is basically, I mean, let's find a potential good trade, guys. You know, this is very likely going to be a good trade. If we relief rally in between 18.5 and 18.650, you know, this is a zone that you are likely to get rejected from to come down to retest the lows, or at least the 618, guys, from the whatever pump you have. We're only $200-300 away, so don't say we're not going to go up there, because we potentially will. If it does go up there, all depending on what highs we create, you know, there's a nice scalp scenario. Of course, I would place my stop loss above this huge red candlestick right there. So if the price action does have a little bit of a relief rally and has a little bit of volatility, you can enter some short positions at this level, in my opinion. I'm not going to tell you what you're going to do. I will potentially likely get into some shorts. Let me just put here an alert, because I am going to put an alert right there to see, you know, what kind of price action we do have. If we start hitting this level, wick, you know, big solid candles here of selling pressure. So, you know, this candle plus this huge red candle with massive volume. You know, if volume is going to be very, very low also to the upside, you know, this 19.5, 19.6K, sorry, 18.5, 18.6K is just going to be big resistance. And you are likely to come back down to the low range, or at least to the 618, okay? This is what I always say. And we've seen multiple examples here on this, from the low to the highs, you know, hitting a big resistance level with big volume candles. The back is your safety. So the higher you get into that trade, the better, the tighter the stop loss you're going to have. And this range should be getting heavily rejected, you know, to come down at least to test this consolidation range, or the 618, right? And potentially the lows, which is slightly above 18K. But that would be that shorting high probability scenario here if you want to go with the waves, right? Big level of resistance is 18.5, 18.6K range. I would wait a little bit for a few, you know, candlesticks on the 15 minute or the 1 hourly. If you do get that wick, you know, exhaustion, you know, you are likely to come down to test this consolidation level. So, you know, that is the scalp day trade scenario that I do see here. I have got an alert here to see what kind of price action we're going to have there. DXY is so bullish right now. DXY is, you know, like a beast. It's like a beast. It's having massive pumpy action. It's getting a little bit of a rejection at this moment. It is just about to hit this, you know, very much respected trend line. We've been eyeing this trend line on live streams that has been, you know, support, higher low, support, like an ascending channel. Broke down this ascending channel, and, you know, it's been resistance every time, you know, even though it's trading up though. We got the breakout here, had a small bounce, then broke back down. We're going to test that level right now at this moment. It's been respected for the last few months as support and resistance every time we've touched it. So, you know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, a little bounce, then got broke. 7, we just about, you know, it's been respected 7 times as support and resistance. You know, we're just about to hit that level right there, right now. So can it get rejected? That is the question. Andy getting alerts from the tax man. Yes. Hey, my man, have a look at XRP for the community. Azad, let's take a look at XRP right away. Let's take a look at XRP for the community. Oh, well, yeah. I was actually expecting a bounce here, you know, because it did look like a kind of an ascending triangle. Yeah, we were having a consolidation right there. If you did enter any long position at that consolidation, of course, you would have got stopped out. You know, your safe stop loss would have been below the wick. You had multiple options here to enter a position, but basically we were creating higher lows, hitting a resistance zone. There was a possibility in forming an ascending triangle scenario and getting a bounce there. Yeah, but it's with the CPI news coming out, it was, it was difficult. I tried to stay away from trading in between yesterday and today, or having my positions protected, right? Like I explained on yesterday's live stream, I either protect positions or do not trade, because volatility is coming. But overall, every time we have this news, market dumps. Market is dumping every single time. We get that massive liquidation wick to the upside, which is the moment we need to enter a short. We talked about this scenario yesterday, right? FOMC minutes, we didn't have any volatility, but CPI was likely to bring that volatility, of course, interest rate decision. And, the scenario that we talked about, the most likely scenario was getting a pump to liquidate all of those over leveraged short positions and then come down. And this is basically, what happened. This is the scenario we talked about on yesterday's live stream. Yesterday's live stream was waiting for that, that potential move. Let me just find out here, because we did give that explanation on yesterday's live stream, right? So there's the explanation on that potential scenario on the news event, right? A kind of with a very low amount of leverage. If we do start getting a pump into the FOMC minutes. We talked about the FOMC minutes, but also FOMC minutes or CPI. Above these highs, it might be a good shorting opportunity, because it might get smacked back down, okay? So, and that basically, this is the likely scenario, right? When we're looking at probabilities, the likely scenario is to get that pump into the news, as the news is likely to be bearish, to liquidate those early shorts with over leverage. And that is, basically, we dropped below the news early this morning, but, it's just before entering into that news event, right? Getting the pump and then getting the smack back down. And yeah, this is what happened, basically. BTC start pumping, yeah, a little bit. We could get that relief rally. I've got an alert here at 18.5, 18.6. That is going to be my zone where I'm going to, pay attention. If we do, I'm not going to be entering a short immediately. I will wait for, at least a couple of touches. If we do get a little bit of a consolidation right there and a couple of touches here at 18.5, 18.6, maybe slightly above, the higher the better it consolidates, because you can have a tighter stop loss above this massive solid red candle, to get into that short position to claim this consolidation range, because this consolidation is likely to be support in the immediate short term. As soon as we hit that level, it's a take profit zone for me and a protect position if I enter this short. Now, I'm going to be very, very patient with how we react at this level. I'm not going to put a limit order, because the deal. What happens if this happens? If you have a massive V-shaped recovery, you've got 3-4 candlesticks going back above 19k. I will not be entering that short. If we start getting a reaction at this range, which we should, because of the massive amount of resistance and big volume that there is, then I will consider to enter that short position. Long at big support seems nice. Let's take a look at XRP. Andy, what news are you talking about? Well, today we had, interest rate. Not interest rate, sorry. CPI, we had inflation rate decision. This was the news from today. We talked about this yesterday. We needed to be very, very aware with our trading, have defensive trading. And my long got stopped out at break even, and still riding that short from 19.3, 19.4 almost. What happened with Bitcoin, mate? Well, Bitcoin got a massive reaction here to this very aggressive drop that the stock market had, the S&P 500. We know they do have a large correlation. So Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P got a big massive hit. We had the CPI news out also just about an hour ago, and this terribly affected the market to the downside. So yeah, this is what happened to Bitcoin. Bitcoin followed. I got a huge reaction at that range, but Mr. Pac-Man stopped me out. Let's take a look at XRP. I got, inflation rate decision. It's at 8.2. So it was more than expected, I think. What do you think about the CPI news? I mean, I talked about yesterday. I think, it was very likely to get a drop. Yesterday we talked, if it's more or less than expected, people are just going to take advantage. People know that the whales, the market makers, they're going to have, they're going to move the market to the upside, potentially to get all of those early over leveraged short positions, liquidate them out, and then back down. Overall, if it was going to be higher or less than expected, I think it was going to drop anyway. Market was likely to drop. The news is basically an excuse to short the market right now at this moment. Actually, we're going up from here, says Juicy Lucy. All that drop 1 week now is priced in. Okay. I mean, I'm going to buy some Bitcoin right now. I need to get some stable coins. I'm going to do a transaction to Qcoin, for example, and I'm gonna buy some BTC because we've had a pretty nice drop. We might just consolidate at this range, and it might hold, the next coming weeks and have a pump. Who knows? As long as we don't drop below the June lows, right, which is at 17.5. Who knows? It might hold. These are cheap BTC prices for me right now. So yeah, as long as we don't drop below this range, and there is a possibility to hold. Yeah, buying at these levels is not a bad idea. Do you think DGB has future? That must be Digibyte. I used to hold Digibyte. Not gonna lie, I did buy at 1 cent in the bear market back in 2018, 2019. It went all the way up to about 14 cents or something like that. I didn't sell any. It's one of those cryptos that I only did a 4x on Digibyte. I saw it rode all the way up to about 14, 15 cents. Buying it at 1 cent. And I decided to sell at 4 cents everything. So I made a 4x on Digibyte, and I could have made about a 14, 15x on Digibyte. So yeah, that was it was still good. But yeah, does it have future? Well, I know it runs on its own blockchain, Digibyte. There were a lot of things coming out on Digibyte, that I was very much on top Digibyte, but it's just a project that's been absolutely, what could I say about Digibyte? Long time I haven't done, long time since I haven't followed. It's actually below 1 cent. I bought in the last bear market above these levels, so it's actually below levels that I did buy from the last bear market, which is pretty disappointing. Around the 1 cent level. I remember buying this one at about 1 cent during 2018, 2019. It's back at those levels, and it got all the way up to 15 cents, and I didn't sell one single Digibyte. Rode it all the way down, and started selling at 4 cents. So yeah, Yeah, I remember this. I was telling my community, I was telling my moderators, you know, I finally sold my Digibyte at 4 cents. This was, yeah, around about November. October, November. So, yeah, it is what it is. But I still made some gains. Does it have a future? I mean, I think so. It will have its time. The bus to Rex City is full. Kevin, absolutely. Kevin is so. You're the one that is calling Bitcoin for 12K, right? You're saying wake me up at 12K. I remember Kevin. Joseph, my man, thanks for joining the live stream. Also, Seb, what name is this you got on it right now? Let's Andy, Bitcoin could get a pump. It did a swing failure from the last time it was on this support. Let's take a look at this. So let's take a look at swing failure. All right, I can see the swing failure from the low levels. So yeah, I mean it could get an aggressive bounce in the coming days. You know, we got this low over here. We dipped below and we're well above that range. So we got a bounce from this daily level. Also, this daily level was from December of 2020. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, it could bounce heavily from this range. No doubt in my mind. We could get a pretty aggressive bounce. I think we could come back down and test it. Test the lows. But yeah, it's yeah. You can see these type of swing failure patterns. You know, they are successful, right? You know, when you test a low level and you do not break down, you basically going to get a reversal moment. You know, you can see it. I can show you all of these different examples, right? You got this low over here. You know, you didn't successfully break down from the low. You closed above the low. What happened? You shot straight back up. Same scenario from this low over here. What happened? You did not successfully break down. You closed well above the low levels. What happened? You shot straight back up here, as you can see. So this is basically what is happening right now at this moment as we speak. You know, we wicked below the range. On the 1 hourly, it's a swing failure on the 1 hourly. So that bounce is very, very real. Yeah, you did have time basically on the 1 hourly to get in at lower levels if you wanted to long basically. So you have that 1 hourly close well above the lows here created on the 22nd of September. Yeah, you got a swing failure basically right there. So you should be longing from, you know, the lowest point possible. And of course, this is the wick. You know, you want that price action to the downside. You want to get into some longs here. When you have this pumpy action, you want to protect. And as soon as you start hitting big resistance, take some profits. We take a look at the 15 minute. We do know that this 18.5, 18.6 is strong resistance, guys. So if you are in any kind of long position from this consolidation, you know, I would be taking profits here at 18.5, 18.6 and protecting position, guys. You know, let's play the safe game. Don't get greedy because this is likely to hit this level and get a smack back down to retest the lows. So if you are in any long position, take profits on your way up. Don't be greedy. Torsi, thanks for joining the live stream. Marai Ruggiero, everyone was laughing when I mentioned Neblo a few weeks ago. Now it's up 30% in the last week. Anyone who listened, congratulations. Hey, I wasn't laughing. I'm not laughing at any cryptocurrency. You know, I can say that it's getting destroyed maybe, like a lot of the altcoins. But is this one of those promotion comments, on Neblo? Neblio. So it's up 10% today. Yeah, it's having a little bit of pumpy action for the last, couple of weeks. Ain't looking bad. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I got the Neblio. I got the blockchain simplified. So I think we did We did try and check the charts on this, but there was no data, right? NEBL, US dollar, Neblio on Binance. Hey, this one's doing, it's doing pretty good. It ain't doing bad. It's having some pretty nice pumpy action. Ain't doing bad. Up 30% for the day, right? Up 30%. Yeah, in the last couple of days, it's up about 25, 30%. Absolutely phenomenal. Right. Let's take a look at Andre here saying Bitcoin one day, MACD cross down. Okay. Wow. It must be at least 2 years since I haven't used, since I haven't used MACD. Let's take a look at MACD. I mean, I can't even remember. Let me just go through. Let's take a look at MACD. Crossover on the daily. I can't even remember how you read this. Okay, yeah, it does look bad, right? We're getting the first red candle after the green mountain, and we're having the crossover. So, yeah, this is supposedly bad, right? Yeah, just if we do see some examples right there, it has to be at least 2 years since I haven't used MACD. So we got crossover. I know if it's above, it's better. While you're below the center, it's a little bit oversold territory. But of course, it could still get that drop. But yeah, we got a crossover right there. We got a crossover here in the first red candle right there. So basically, this is what is happening right now. Right, we're getting that crossover on the daily MACD and the first red candle to the downside, meaning that if you got the first one, you are likely to form several red candles, right? So it does look, the MACD does look pretty bearish on the daily. It was fun to take a look at the MACD. It's one of those indicators that I haven't checked in ages. But yeah, last time, you can see the last few times when you get this crossover, for example, we've got one right over here with the first red candle right there also, right? And then, massive big drop, and until you do not find a consolidation range, you don't have that turnover. So yeah, this is same scenario right there. The crossover, first red candle right there, we've got a major drop after printing the next couple of candles after the crossover. So this is basically what is happening right now. Looks like we're potentially going to see a little bit of bearish momentum in the next coming days. Natalie's on live. Sandia. Let's go and check out Natalie then. Let's go and all watch Natalie's live stream. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Not much to add here. Please analyze the Chiliz. CHZ. Let's take a look at Chiliz. I'm still in that short, riding the short. Not much trading opportunities for me. There was that short scenario just at the 18.5, 18.6 for a test of the lows. A quick trade. Let's take a look at Chiliz right away. What's exciting for Chiliz? Yeah, Chiliz is at an important zone right now, which is the summer lows. If Bitcoin is going to behave in the next coming days, which is difficult, we could get supported here on Chiliz. We're just testing here this 17-cent range, 16, 17-cent range, where we did get several bounces here in the past. 2021, we got January and February of 2022. We're getting supported from that range at this moment. The only bad thing is there's this double top scenario. Best trading scenario here on Chiliz would be getting an aggressive breakdown and waiting for the price to get a bounce to get into a lower high. That would be the best trading scenario that I do see here on Chiliz at this moment. So if it does break down from this 17 cents successfully, you know, our next big major consolidation with high volume is this one right there, right? Here's where we do start, you know, having this large spike in volume profile. It's a major zone, so probably a drop to 13 cents, 14 cents in the coming days. If it does relief rally, you are likely to create that lower high here at this 17 cents range. So that would be the ideal trading scenario on Chiliz for a short. Right now it is at support, so the possibilities of a bounce is possible. The possibilities of a break is also possible. Break down heavily, retracement, there is your high probability trade on a first retest to have that next lower high continuation to the downside. Not much to add on that. Marai, thanks for the super chat. Can you take a look? Can you look to confirm? I saw Ethereum is officially deflationary, and this could help Ethereum outperform BTC going forward. Yes, Ethereum is. I mean, it is officially deflationary. I can already confirm that because you know, they are burning more Ethereum with transactions than actually getting into return, right? So the productivity of Ethereum is less than the amount of Ethereum burning every single day. So yeah, this is basically confirmed. Ethereum is deflationary. So yeah, it's not an infinite supply anymore. You're probably going to see it's infinite here, but it's not. You know, if we go to CoinGecko, you can see it's infinite. As you can see, maximum supply. You have the infinite logo right there, but it's not. It is deflationary. We should be seeing the total supply going down in the next coming months. So that is going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, definitely. This will have a bullish effect in the next coming years in Ethereum, no doubt. So yeah, we should be seeing the 120 million, you know, going down in the next coming months. I mean, obviously its burning mechanism is very, very slow. It's not burning hundreds of thousands of Ethereum every week or every month. You know, this is probably going to take a year or two to get down to 110 or 115. It's going to take a few years, right? But it is officially deflationary. I remember seeing this around about 100 million. I do remember seeing it was about 100 million back in 2018, 2019. So yeah, and in just about 2-3 years, it's gone up 20 million in supply. But this is going to change right now. This will start going down during the years. So it's definitely going to have a bullish effect on Ethereum, no doubt. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up right now for the live stream. Natalie is live. Check her out. See what she's talking about. She might be talking about some trading opportunities, what she's expecting. Remember the trading platforms that I use, Bybit and PrimeXBT. You do get an insane bonus down below, guys. Make sure to take advantage of those bonuses down below in the description. I also have full video tutorials of Bybit and PrimeXBT, guys. Thank you very much for joining the live stream. Check out Bitcoinsensus website for the latest technical analysis ideas. We've got video tutorials and rest of it here. Thank you very much for joining. Scotty, Racing Pixel, Joseph, thank you guys for the insane support. And I will see you in the next one.